All right, welcome back, everybody, to the last episode of Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Now, this episode is going to be the review, and I just want to remind people, if you haven't seen any reviews on the channel, basically I'll be just kind of like mindlessly driving around the world that they have for us. If you notice that they're talking right now, but I turned down the dialogue volume so that doesn't affect us, but I still want to kind of like the aesthetic of driving around and the sounds and stuff that has with it. So, if you haven't been here for a review before, I give the game a score out of 10, as well as I go through the what I thought of the story, the world, the gameplay, and the quality of the game. Now, this game, I'm gonna give it probably a 10 out of 10 for what it was. Now, the reason that it is a 10 out of 10 is because it shares all of the same qualities that a normal mainstream Uncharted game has. Now, this game is essentially a spin-off of the original series, and it brings back, a couple of characters from previous games. Actually, all characters other than the villain, of course. But this game has everything that you want out of a mainline Uncharted game. The only thing that is going to be missing is Nathan Drake. Now, we all love Nathan Drake. If you don't love Nathan Drake, you don't love Uncharted. That's just how it is, right? These characters are awesome. Their chemistry, the story grows with them. The story in itself is good. The set pieces are fantastic. Let's talk more about the story. So the story is fantastic. It's really cool. It brings Indian like mythology or history, however you want to call it, back to life, and it's fantastic, right? I couldn't rename a lot of the things that they say just because I don't know how to pronounce what I'm spelling, and you can drive through here. Oh my god! And but the story's great. It's short, obviously. It's a much shorter game than what we are used to in regards to Uncharted. It's like probably the same size as the first or second game, and there's nothing wrong with that. It was good. It was short, and it was definitely sweet. It was very good. The character development between Nadine and Chloe was fantastic, and if you haven't watched the gameplay, I would highly recommend you watch a series. And also, when they bring in the surprise character at the end, the chemistry there is quite funny. There's a lot of humor in it, a lot of one-liners throughout the entire game. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. The world, as you can see, is absolutely beautiful. It's not what I expected of a game in India, and that is just me not knowing anything about India and how it is geographically. So I think it's awesome. I don't want to fight any overlords, so we're gonna avoid that. But the world is fantastic. It is beautiful. The set pieces are so good throughout. The story and cinematics and stuff like that are all top notch. It has the same quality as a normal Uncharted game, but the world is, I keep saying it, but it's beautiful. There are when you find the city later on, there's so many cool spots to look at, and it's just it's baffling. It's so gorgeous. Oh god, the map is obviously a lot smaller, and that's okay. It was a lot of fun to drive around. Even like this part, you just drive around. You have a map to look at and go through, find everything. It's super cool. It's super fun and very different, and I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. The gameplay is the same as you would expect from any Uncharted, right? There's parkour, there's a whole bunch of climbing, there's a whole bunch of there's driving like there was in the fourth game, and the gunplay is the same. It's a perfect entry into the Uncharted universe, honestly. Gameplay is just like all the other ones. And the puzzles were relatively easy. I mean, once you figure out what you're doing. they can just be a little frustrating to like spin the dials and stuff, if that makes sense. But they were fun. They were easy. They were hard enough to be fun and easy enough to figure out in like a couple of minutes exactly what you needed to do and how to solve the problems or the puzzles. So they were fun. They were as fun as ever. So the quality is incredible. It is just like every other. I'd say it's very similar to Uncharted 4 in the sense of its quality. It's a beautiful game. The voice acting is incredible. The models and everything in the game is just, it's top quality for sure. It is fantastic, very equivalent to Uncharted 4, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now, the length of the game was a lot shorter, obviously, and I've mentioned this before too when we were talking about the story, but with this being in a package deal on PC specifically with Uncharted 4, it's definitely worth it. I would 100% pay for this game, and if it's on sale, I'd snatch it up. It's a lot of fun to run around in, and the one thing that they didn't have in Uncharted 4 that they do have in this game is the wrist, the bracelet thing that you can get. So across the map, there are tokens that you can find, and then you can hand in those tokens, and you get a bracelet that basically tells you when you're near a treasure. I loved it. That made it so much easier, because a lot of treasures are hidden, and when you know you're nearby one, you can start looking around, and it made it, I would have missed so many treasures without it. See? That's speak of the devil. There's one right there. Does this actually count towards over? I don't think I picked that one up before. So that's awesome. That's basically what it does. It helps you. I never would have looked there, and it's fantastic. But we're going to end the episode basically here. As a recap, the game is a 10 out of 10. It is fantastic. I absolutely love it. Characters are great. The world is great. The quality is exactly what you would expect from Naughty Dog, and they did a great job. I absolutely loved it. And it is definitely worth it if you plan on buying Uncharted. Tack this one on and play it. Not be disappointed at all. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever it is, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.